This is Buying the Hobby, where sports meets strategy and every card tells a story. From breakout stars to monster pools, we break it down so you know who to chase and when to strike. Let's dive in.
And welcome back, Dante. Buying the Hobby. We're finally here.
I know.
Back home from Chicago. Episode number 18, I think I was informed.
Episode 8. When was that? When was that in the 20s?
Yeah, I know. It's
Time
crazy
is
to think.
flying.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we just started
Well,
this.
what's funny is kind of this podcast has kind of been like the NFL offseason.
Right.
We started this podcast, I think maybe 2 to 3 weeks after the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah. It was
So
like
now
mid to late February.
Yeah, we're coming up on the
The
NFL season, and
I'm
that's
pumped.
basically been this podcast is that length.
I'm pumped. Not to jump into anything, but as we're filming this, Chargers just re-signed Keenan Allen, and I am amped. I'm amped about it.
It's a good sign. Now you got what? Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson,
Trey Harris.
which I love.
I do too.
I'm telling you.
I did too.
Give it a year, Trey Harris.
We
will
drafted the
be
kid
your
from
wide receiver one.
the tight end from Syracuse.
I love Aronde.
Yep. And we have
Aronde's
Tyler
good,
Conklin.
dude.
Like, we're kind of shaping up. And then
Aronde's good. I don't even know how to explain
is.
Aronde. Aronde's like a.
he's built like a wide receiver.
He is.
If you guys don't know who that
built.
is, it's our 5th round draft pick from Syracuse.
He's like if Chase Claypool was a tight end.
Yes.
But like
Yeah.
better, obviously.
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
excited.
He's kind of like Kyle Pitts, but more thick.
Yeah. He's a little thick. But either way, Dante,
Yeah.
welcome back. We've got a lot of news to talk about.
Yeah.
MLB season's rocking and rolling. We're gonna keep this one short today because we are back from the National.
Yep, we got a lot of
and
interviews that we're able to do.
A lot of interviews. We'll get into that in a second. But Dante, it was your first experience at the National.
was.
Give me a brief overview of how it went for yourself.
Dude, it was a lot. It was in the best way possible.
lot,
Like
yeah.
it was. There were so many collectors here. I think the most amazing part is being able to put names to, or faces, to names. Like
yeah.
that was a big thing for me because I hadn't had that experience yet, really, other than maybe like local people,
Right.
for the most part, or some of my buyers FaceTiming me on random days. Like I'd never seen 90% of 99% of these people that come in and buy with us, and there's so many people that walk by and they're like Dante, and I'm
And
like,
you're like, what's your username?
I don't know who you are. Like, I genuinely have no clue. 90%
Right.
of people, I have no clue even, like, what you look like.
I know.
I don't know if you're bald, you have a mustache, a beard, you're short, you're tall. I have no clue.
That was the same thing for me. I mean, that was my like initial feelings when I first started going to the National. And obviously it's grown as my customer base has grown and we've grown as a company. But no, I agree with you. This is my 4th National. This was by far the busiest and the most people that I've ever seen in a National ever.
There's a lot.
I don't know if you saw the stat, but Fanatics
I
and
did,
the
yep.
National both had over 100,000 people in attendance. I mean, that's just, if that's not telling about the hobby and in which way it's going, I don't know what it is.
Dude, it really was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't get enough time. I wish I had more time to actually walk around.
Same.
Kind of go and, like, meet more people and talk to more people. It didn't matter if they were vendors, just our buyers. But the one thing that really, it's not that it irks me, because I understand it's not cheap to pay for those tables to be somebody selling cards.
Yeah.
But holy crap, we do not need cards for 500% over comps.
Yeah. Oh,
I
dude,
kid you not. I
they
saw
were,
cards
dude, it was crazy.
that were like
You're
at
telling
least
me.
100% over comp.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at this JJ McCarthy. I think it was like an orange velocity.
Yeah.
It's a $16 card. You know how much it was when I saw it at this booth?
50?
No, I wish. 80.
That's crazy.
This is not EB. I could have bought 4 of those on eBay, even with the fees for that price.
Well, to add on to that, I think the one thing that I think helped this year. This was by far the best National experience that I've had.
Good.
AC was the best it's
Yep.
ever been. It was blowing.
Yep.
And the internet was surprisingly really good.
I was cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're on freaking Cricket Wireless over here.
Yeah,
Guys
I was
rocking
cool.
T-Mobile.
It's T-Mobile, Jack.
I'm just saying.
Sprint. It was Sprint back in the day.
But either way, like in comparison to like other years, dude, you wouldn't even have been able to turn your phone on in Cleveland and other places. And it's no knock on them. I just think the people that ran the show are starting to understand what is really important at these big shows since it's gotten so big. And I think they capitalized on it. What were some, other than the prices, like what were some other things that you didn't love about the show this year? Did you have anything else or not really?
Let me think. I don't think so. There was a. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe I could think of some things off the top of my head as we're talking, but No, there was a lot of vintage stuff when
Yeah.
I was looking more like
Lot of
current day,
vintage.
but that's not a problem.
Right. I don't
Like
think
there
so
are a
either.
lot of people looking. Honestly, it is a. I didn't realize how much vintage it is. It is a lot of vintage.
Oh, a ton.
It's not. It's really not a bad thing. There's a lot.
A lot.
Which is cool. I like to see some of those old cards up close, or like a lot of bats, jerseys being signed. Something that I don't want to be negative, but like there was another thing that kind of goes along with the pricing was like people they're putting out those prices because they were like I literally was told it's gonna sell anyway, so I'm not changing. I came back on Saturday night when I was leaving, and that card from Thursday that I was told was gonna sell, it was still there.
Yeah.
And I was like, clearly that's not gonna
Well, because
sell.
people aren't stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay if I really want the card. Like, I did on a lot. I mean, I don't know if you saw my Instagram story. I bought a lot of big Justin Herbert cards, and I was okay with paying a decent amount more than what I would normally
and I
pay.
did on one of those cards because I thought it was a Gem Mint 10. I was very confident that
'cause
this card was going to be a Gem Mint 10.
You took a different path where you were buying raw, and I was buying graded.
No, that's
so.
fair. I mainly did that because I knew I was setting out a PSA submission.
Yeah, and you wanted to have
and I already
more.
sent it out.
Fair.
That was mainly kind of I maybe would have bought more graded. The tough part is the guys I want. It's just an awful time to buy their graded cards, in my opinion.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy, dude, his
He's so
cards
expensive.
graded are so expensive.
Right. Even raw. I mean, you saw.
Yeah.
Even
Same
raw.
with Jared McCain. Like
that's a good
his
sign
graded
for you.
cards.
It's a good sign for the
very-
Vikings.
Oh, I know. His are expensive. Like all the guys that I was PCing, they're graded are pretty expensive. I did look for Terrence Shannon Jr. That's another guy PC. He was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Nowhere. Understand? He's not a big name.
Yeah.
But he was somebody I thought maybe I could find some cheap cards for. That were
Fair.
actually decent hits. Just because he isn't a big name, and at the National, people probably aren't looking for the Terrence Shannon Juniors. But dude, overall, I don't want those little negative things to kind of derail how awesome that experience was.
It was sick.
It really was awesome.
And we got to break on the main stage.
Yep.
How I didn't even get to really talk to you about it. How did you feel first off going up there?
Oh, I felt perfect. That's my element.
Really? I was so nervous. I mean, the chat was letting me have it.
Hell, let you have it.
I was nervous. I also stayed out late the night prior.
Yeah,
Didn't go to bed till like
think?
4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And then we had to get up at like 10 and do that. So like I was completely out of it at that point. But no, what a great experience. That was so much
It's
fun.
so interesting breaking for people while they're right in front of you. It goes both ways. It's good and bad. If they don't hit anything, it's bad. But they're all cool people. They're not gonna.
Oh, yeah.
They're not gonna go and beat you up. But like then when they hit, it's awesome to see right in front of
And
you.
well, it was our mics like cut out halfway
Our
through.
mics cut out, yep.
It's again, shout out Whatnot. They put on an absolutely great show in that area. But like, dude, it was so funny. It honestly like relieved me when it did. Like, I didn't want
You
people
don't
in
want
the
people
crowd
to hear.
hearing me.
But then it's like awkward because they're just looking at you
Right.
and they can't hear what you're saying.
right. Yeah, that's
Which
fair.
is funny, but no, it was an awesome experience. We got to do a big break on stage. We ripped a bunch of WNBA royalty. Hit a
That
Caitlin
was
Clark
fun.
one-on-one, which was awesome.
I never got to rip any of
Me
that.
neither. Yeah.
So we hit that beautiful True RPA. Got a P because we were shout out
Yep.
PSA too. I had to wear their shirt. This was a shirt that I was sitting on all stream because they didn't have a chair, so I had to
Yup.
sit on a garbage can,
was
and we
hilarious.
made a makeshift cushion of t-shirts. So I stole this t-shirt from PSA.
Yep.
Don't come kill me. But
It's okay. I took two.
see, you know how it is. They're great. They're sick,
I even took one of the PSA cutters.
dude.
They gave it to me.
They did.
They gave it to us.
But we were doing on-site grading for the top 10 best hits. And our grades came back phenomenal. I don't know if you saw them. I think we had 1.7 out of the 10.
I think it was one of the Angel Reese's, maybe.
Other than that, maybe an 8, 9s, and 10s. That's it.
You know what I was impressed with? The Penix got a 9.
Yes, the
And
Panics
for
are
Natty T, like you'll 100% take. You don't need. It's tough to get a 10 with Natty T. You'll 100% get a 9.
Well,
for
on that, what do you think so far of the look of National Treasure football?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I haven't seen. I have to watch. I gotta watch Hobby.
Right.
I gotta watch Hobby because the big RPAs are the Stars and Stripes. You have FTL, so I haven't seen what the
Yeah.
true RPAs look like. Out of these Hobby.
I'm such a snob for true RPAs and National Treasure. I'm such a snob for 18, 19, 20, 21. Ever since 2021, I think it's gone down a little bit. But they're still they're not bad looking. I just think they're so much cleaner. Like a Josh Allen true RPA, your boy Justin Jefferson, like that class is so iconic. And the look of the cards are just so like I feel like they're trying to do too much.
I may be wrong, and you can correct me. I think this was like the first first time maybe in a long time, or at least that I have seen, they have booklets that are straight vertical. Like it's not
I didn't see
horizontal.
those.
It's straight vertical where it flips, and it's like the guy standing from top to bottom kind of thing. And it's got
They have, but not. I don't think to the scale that they're doing them this year.
I saw the one of the Amon-Ra ones. I think they're doing it in basketball this year too. I think I saw.
That's sick.
But I definitely saw it in football because me and Justin were looking at it and we're like, what the heck is this?
Heck yeah.
Because I haven't seen that in a while, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I think of anything else with the National. I didn't think it was too loud.
No,
which is
I didn't
great.
think so either.
I think it was too loud.
Even though they said, what did they say there was there? Like over 200,000, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but I heard it didn't feel overwhelming.
No.
And like the transportation getting in and out, I thought it was going to be awful. I didn't think it was that bad.
No,
like,
it wasn't bad.
It was a little packed, but for 200,000 people being in one spot.
We were lucky. We were going in the other direction. I heard traffic
was
going
it bad?
towards
Okay.
Chicago.
Maybe
was
that's what
really bad.
Maybe that's what it was.
I heard.
Because,
I think we were lucky that we were going in the opposite direction.
Chicago was having Lollapalooza too at the same time, so
Yep.
it's like, man, that was a
How
busy
crazy
city.
was the airport Sunday night?
It was busy.
Busy,
Yeah.
makes
Oh yeah. It was super busy.
Well, you should see me and Nate in the airport on Sunday morning because we were trying to go through TSA and they kept sending us to different sides of the airport. And then when we get to the other side of the airport, they were sending us right back.
Right.
And we were like, y'all need to figure this out because we are not walking again. Me and Nate, I'm starting to get. I'm not a big exercise guy. I can't be walking all over this dang airport.
No more than 10,000.
And then you got Nate who's like, what are we doing?
Dante hits 10,000 steps. The day's over.
And then some older guy started yelling at the TSA, and Nate and I were like, we gotta go, we gotta move.
Oh, another cool thing, which I thought it was gonna really be only at Fanatics Fest, and it wasn't as acknowledged. And I don't know the word I'm trying to use. Acknowledgeable in prior nationals. Is that a word? Acknowledgeable. Acknowledged. Yes, maybe that's what it is. There were a lot more athletes, and they were out and about.
There were.
I hung out with Des Bryant, which was sick.
Oh,
I'm sitting at the poker table at Rivers Casino, and you know who comes and sits right next to me? Your boy Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah,
which was sick. Not Ray
Did he
Lewis.
make it to your table?
Yes, he was sitting next to me.
Oh,
I didn't get to play a hand because he was looking to play at another table, and the guy sitting next to him. So it was like me,
yeah. Well, yeah,
Adrian
he was right behind
Peterson,
me.
and the guy sitting right to the right of me. He was wearing a Vikings sweatshirt. Dude, his jaw hit the floor.
Dude, I wish I brought
was so cool.
I brought one of my Vikings jersey there too, and then I planned to wear it one night, but we didn't get to go home after. I went from like 9 a.m. and then ended up there. I just never went back to my hotel, and I wanted to change into it. And then AP comes up, and I'm like, "Is that Adrian Peterson?" And then on the way out, I met Allen Iverson.
Dude, he's a lot smaller than I thought he was.
He is.
I thought he was going to be a monster. He's really not. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a big guy, but like I thought, dude, Des Bryant, that man is huge.
Really?
Like, he was a big dude. But
dude, I literally and what's crazy is those are literally two of my sports idols.
Right.
Like that's the reason I'm a Vikings fan, the big reason I'm a Sixers fan because of Adrian Peterson, Allen Iverson. To meet them both and the same night at Rivers Casino within 30 minutes of each other. I walked down and then I see AI and I just was like, hey, what's up? Yada, yada. He said, yo, kind of. And then I was like, yo, can I take a picture? And his guy was like, no, we don't take pictures in the casino. And I'm like, dude, I totally get it. Like,
that's fair.
I can't always take pictures with all my fans too, you know? Like I got people coming up like all the time. I was like, I get it.
One last thing before we get into our next segment. Football is back. Did you watch the first game of the season?
I did, because we were together when we watched it.
What are your thoughts? Because I saw
the
scary little Lions play against my Los Angeles Chargers, and I'll tell you what, they didn't look very scary to me.
Dude, it's Trey Lance season.
Woo! All right, enough.
He might be the future.
He looked good, though.
He looked good.
He looked decent.
I always thought Trey Lance was decent. I don't think he was amazing.
No, I agree. He'll be a good backup.
I don't think he ever got the leash.
I agree.
He should have gotten in
San Francisco. Yeah.
But then again, Brock Purdy kind of came in and played well. But
I know.
He could have. I don't know why he didn't go to a team where he could compete. Like if you're Trey Lance, why don't you go try to sign with a team like the Jets?
Well, I think because remember it was a question mark when they drafted him, and I don't think any other team believed in him. Like I think the Niners could have waited.
I think if he felt he would have went to the Patriots. I think the Patriots would have taken
in 2020
him
over Mac Jones.
I think Mac would have been taken before he got to the Patriots.
Really?
Because if the 49ers didn't take Lance, they were going to take Mac Jones. There's interviews with Shanahan where he said that was not the plan, but like that was highly, highly considered.
That would have been
I don't think it
interesting.
would have fell along. I think Trey Lance would have been able to compete for a job in Pittsburgh,
Yep.
the Jets,
Yep.
the Browns.
Well, the Jets were still no, they weren't. You're right.
Like there's teams.
well, no,
he
the
could
Jets
start.
drafted Zach Wilson that year.
Well, I mean,
I see what you're saying.
This offseason. This
Oh, okay.
offseason, where he could actually go on and compete. He's not going to compete with Herbert. Like, realistically. It doesn't giggles, like, talking about it. He
You
played
think-
great, but, like,
You think him and Justin Fields would have competed against each other? I don't know.
I think he could have made it interesting, and if Fields played bad, Trey Lance could have stepped in.
He overtook our
Where
second spot.
Justin Fields could go 0 for 16,
Yeah.
and he's still your franchise quarterback.
yeah, that's
it
fair.
does not matter. I think there's a bunch of teams you could throw him in play, and he could maybe start.
Minnesota, maybe
Indianapolis.
Minnesota.
He could back up. I always wanted Trey Lance. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Edit this out. I'm pretty sure Trey Lance is a Minnesota guy.
Oh, I don't
Oh
know.
no, Kyle
I don't
Trey
know.
Lance. I'm pretty sure Trey Lance is from that region.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
put him
know
up
that.
there. Put
I
him
mean, he
up
went
there
to
in
North Dakota. He could be.
Put him up there in Minnesota. Back up Jayden McCarthy. Jayden McCarthy's future. I did tell everybody on the one out stage. Jayden McCarthy's future and Super Bowl winning quarterback.
You better hope so.
Better listen.
Listen, I mean, you got the head coach to do it, so I don't see why not. Now, one thing, like, I thought we were going to have off days. No. And I'll tell you what, it was a blessing in disguise because we interviewed, 7 different people?
Yeah.
And every single one of them phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I mean, just going down the list, and you want to talk about, like, different walks of life within the hobby. We had Evan Parker, the CEO of Mantle. We had Blake Grice, a little young buck, up and coming in the hobby, has his own cards.
Yep.
Justin Steele, one of my favorite guys within the hobby, pitcher for the
he was awesome.
for Chicago. He was great.
Great talk.
I feel bad because I gave him he gave me his number. I forgot to text him right after, and then he messaged me on Instagram that night, asking if I wanted to go out to dinner, and I didn't see it until the next morning. So I feel like I flaked on him, but I didn't. I had to text him. I texted him a couple of days ago as soon as we got back.
Did he respond?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was super cool about it, too. He's like, oh, all good. Just super down to earth.
That's fine.
We had Thomas Nicholas. Second time that the We the Hobby crew got to see him.
Dude, he's trying to be a breaker with us, he said.
Well,
Also,
yep.
he did give specifically me, but I'll throw Connor in this too. He did give us rights to his next movie because we pitched the idea for him. And he said, if it makes it happen, we're part of it. We got to get like a cameo, right?
We have to.
I don't know what we can do, but I can like wave in the background.
Yeah, I'll be in the background.
Or like
I'll be
when
an
we
extra.
play like second base or something for the team. Like I think I could pull off a second base.
I think you could.
Yeah, so we get rights, and I want I'm blanking on what it's called. What's it called when you get the royalty?
Royalty.
Checks?
Yep.
I need a cut.
I'm game.
Yeah.
I just want
Rookie
to
of
be
the year
in it.
too.
Yeah. I'll be the little brother or something. You kind of look. I mean, you could pull off the little brother. You could do it,
right?
But we also had Olgish. I can't. Doctor. If Doctor's listening, I'm sorry. I've struggled with names. Doctor who pulled the
legend.
The 1-of-1 Black Finite. He's going to go in depth in that story of
great story
of how it felt.
Because
and then,
I always wanted to know too with him. Like obviously, I know how I just have a really bad case of FOMO every day. All day.
Same.
I fear missing out on everying. To not be able to be a part of like meeting Jayden Daniels, selling that card to Jayden Daniels, like that's something I'd want to be a part of.
Right. So it's gonna.
I
you guys are gonna like that segment to hear about his experience of pulling from a $29 spot or what was it, $37 spot all the way up to a $300,000 card plus. And then finally we had Laura on, and she was phenomenal.
Awesome. I'm trying to play in the Fanatics Games, dude.
We're competing with her husband this upcoming year.
Why aren't breakers in that? I was looking at the thing when they announced that.
Because nobody likes us. Nobody likes the breakers. You know what I mean?
We need breakers. I think we could compete with Tom Brady and the best of them.
I think so,
I think
too.
Julian Adams was in that, Gronk, whoever.
I think so, too.
Get us in.
But that's coming up right now. Make sure you guys stay tuned.
All right, guys, we're here with Will Wade of Pocket Mounts. Appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us here on Buying the Hobby. So let's talk about your product and what you created. You just showed us some of the Curry collections. Break it down for me, for people listening, people watching, exactly what you created.
Well, we created the first physical asset in the hobby. We collaborated with Danny Yang, founder of On Chain Monkey, and Charlie Lee, the inventor of Litecoin, to come up with this concept that's very similar to the Cassius coin. It was a coin that contained the wallet and seed phrase of 1 Bitcoin, and you had to destroy the coin to retrieve that information to redeem your Bitcoin. And it's the same concept, but we've used it as authentication. So we tied the artwork to Bitcoin ordinals. A Bitcoin ordinal is a piece of artwork that is tied to the blockchain via Bitcoin. And what we did is we started taking our Steph Curry artwork and paying for it to be inscribed on the blockchain. And the blockchain is like a neighborhood that has houses that cannot be torn down or painted or changed, imagine that. So when we collaborate with Steph Curry to see what he wants archived for his history that will be passed down, to family members and friends, he's writing his history and he's signing off on the history rewrite, and we're authenticating the autograph and what he wants written on the blockchain at the inception of the creation of this piece. So, and that's how authentication should be done, in my opinion, right at the beginning of the creation and not after it's passed hands buyer to buyer.
I just find it neat as somebody. I'm personal about me. I'm not heavy into crypto. I don't know much about it, but I would love to get into it. But having it in such a digital complex kind of scares me away. Yeah. Having cards like this to where it ties to that, I find it so intriguing, and it's such a great idea. Mm-hmm. It's insane.
And what was cool?
Can we show it?
I was gonna say,
of course.
Let me show it really quick.
And then on top of that, he's shown us before you can scan. You basically put your phone onto it, like you're getting like an airdrop or something like that, and it brings you directly to the site. Brings you directly to what you own in the NFT.
Here.
Oh yeah. I'll hold that up.
Yeah, and when you scan it with your phone and you see the 546 number, that's the amount of Satoshis. The amount of Bitcoin that is on there. You're actually holding Bitcoin right now.
Yep.
Right? That's just crazy to me.
And with this from On-Chain Monkey, it's a different inscription because this was inscribed by Danny Yang,
right,
who's a wizard. And so it's duly inscribed. As you scroll down at the bottom, you see the back of the card is inscribed on there as well.
Oh, yeah, yep.
And normally, only the front is inscribed, but he's able to do dual inscriptions.
So
it's crazy.
So are each and every one of these different cards?
They're all one of ones.
They're all one of ones, right? So there is not
that's
another.
A one of one.
That's crazy. That's so cool to me. Like the fact that you can tie something physical. Like when blockchain came out, I thought it was another product that I thought was really cool, but I wasn't interested in it because it wasn't something that I could physically hold.
Because they wanted to be fraudulent,
right? Yep. But the thing is like being a collector of like a physical asset like a sport card, this ties perfectly into it with the crypto on top of the value of the card.
This is what the NFT game should have been.
Correct.
But NFTs are on an IPFS server. They're not even completely tied to the blockchain.
Okay.
This is from Bitcoin via Bitcoin ordinal. This is tied directly on chain.
That's so cool.
What was your inspiration to getting into all this?
Fakes. When I first got into this, I'm family with Steph.
Yep.
And I dealt with a little incarceration, and when I got out, I had to come up with a way, And Steph was like, bro, I don't want you selling drugs. I don't want you using drugs anymore. I was an intravenous heroin user. I had to sell drugs to continue my addiction. And he knew that, so when I got out and he knew I was clean, he grabbed me immediately, like 2 days fresh out, and he's like, Wade, what's it gonna take for you to quit this madness? How much do I have to give you for you to just chill? So I added up my expenses and I was like $8K a month. He was like, deal. Come see me and I'm gonna give you that, So I would go see him every month. He'd give me the $8K, and after about the second month, it didn't feel right. As a hustler and a man, it didn't feel right being handed the money.
Yeah.
Right.
So I went to the game, and after the game, I said, I was with my buddy Blaine Hunt, Trophy Vault, and Steph scored like 45 points. He went nuclear. And he was like, And I've been talking about art cards and creating this business, canvas marketing. And Blaine was like, if you can convince Steph to give me that game-worn jersey, I'll give you $100,000. So I was like, I'll text him and just see. So right after the game was over, I text Steph that Blaine said he'd give me $100K to start canvas marketing. Steph came out with the jersey. And he was like, what do you want written on it? And then he said, Blaine, don't give Will the whole $100K. Give him $10,000 a month. And then when he would give me the $10K a month, I would take that $10K, go straight to eBay, and I would buy like Topps 09 and Flawless and, like literally I would spend the whole $10K on like 10 cards. And then as I got smarter, I started to spend $10K on Don Russ and, short prints, $5, $10, and $50 cards, And it just got diverse, started doing that.
That's awesome.
Interesting. I mean, for starters, congratulations. I think that's an inspirational story for anybody to kind of take. So that's awesome. Is there anything in store coming up in the future that you have that you can say?
Right here, right now. Mike D, do you have a box? Can I grab a box? Let me show you what we got.
Yes.
I love it.
Beautiful. We were just talking to Gary about the manga series.
It's so
awesome.
sweet.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
That is sick.
So yeah, that's us. We did we did the Steph pieces in
That's so
there.
cool.
Our artist, Lucky Mong Drawing,
That's awesome.
is the artist here. Did all the Steph artwork, and we have this series called To Be Continued that this derived from. And To Be Continued, we did art after every game that Steph performed in or those sorry-ass Warriors won. And so some backs are red, some backs are black. The black back indicates a win, the red back indicates a loss. But To Be Continued is what got us into this.
Thank you for coming on, Will Wade of Pocket Mounts.
And we are here, our second interview of the day, and we have Evan Parker from Mantle. Evan, how are you, brother?
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, it's awesome to be here. National, best time of the year. All right, so let's talk about your company, Mantle. Talk to me about exactly what it is for people that don't know that are watching this.
Well,
what is Mantle?
Real quick, I don't want to interrupt. The shirt, freaking sick.
Great shirt.
I mean, do you guys sell those?
We don't sell them because
I
it's
gotta
bootleg. I don't know if
That's
Otani's
fair.
watching, but we didn't get the license for this, so
He does usually tune in. So
Yeah, right. That's what I figured. So we had to just make a couple of these for us because I'm not trying to get sued.
All right, fair enough. All right, so now talk to me about what Mantle is and how you created it.
So we're a social media app. We launched about 2 years ago on iOS, Android, and the web, and it's basically like Reddit, Instagram, but just for the hobby. So the idea is to create a place for people to share the cards or the collectibles, comic books, TCG, shoes, whatever people collect, share with people that love the same things, ask questions, go back and forth, trade, but just interact with people about one topic. Because we were feeling, and I don't know how you guys are with this, but you go on the other social media networks, you have to deal with all the things that are going on in the world.
Yep.
And sometimes that's what you want. Like, what just happened somewhere in the world, I'm going to go to Twitter, I'm going to go to Instagram. But if I just want a place to talk about, like, the Caitlin Clark one-on-one National Treasures that was pulled, whatever, like, I don't really want to also know what's happening in global affairs or health or war.
Yeah.
So we wanted to build a place for people just to go and hang out and talk about the things that we're passionate about.
That's awesome. Would you say that's kind of your inspiration to kind of pushing this forward and creating this?
Yeah, so the app was launched or created by Alexis Ohanian, who built Reddit. So he knew how to build social media. I mean, the guy sort of invented this medium in a lot of ways in 2005. And Brent Montgomery, who's a TV producer, does King of Collectibles on Netflix, created Pawn Stars. And the idea was, can we create something that is great for content and great for community? Because there's so many people here. I mean, you look around, it's going to be like, whatever, 100,000 people. There's so many people who are into these things, but then you get on all these other social networks and you get drowned out because there are billions of people on Twitter or on Facebook. So can we just create something that's specific to us that we can grow together and that the hobby can kind of feel a little ownership for?
Okay, gotcha. Is there anything kind of to look forward to with this? Is there anything special, maybe any type of updates, upgrades that people that maybe are using this now, they can look forward to? Or maybe somebody needing that push to get into Mantle and use it?
Well, I'd say, first of all, it's 100% free, so there's no cost to be on it. We still have good usernames, so if you're somebody who's like, I got, Evan973491 on
Right.
Twitter. Like, you go over to Mantle, you can get something that actually you want. So I'd say both those things. We just launched an update yesterday that has what we call the Mantle piece, where you could put items from your collection. You could say, I'm in search of this. This is from my PC. This is something I'm looking to trade or sell. And you could put a caption, explain what it is that you like about it. You can look up the card's value in a database, a pricing database. So that's all. That was launched yesterday.
You know, that's actually really interesting. I think that's exactly maybe what I think the hobby needs.
Yep.
Because, you know, there's so many cards I'm looking for, and I can't always, like, it's kind of like if you've ever played, like, MLB The Show or something like that on the game, you add a trade list where
totally.
it'll
Right.
give you, like, basically who's on the trade block,
Right.
like kind of like card block, who I'm looking for,
Yep.
maybe who I'm looking to sell, and
Yeah.
then people can reach
Right.
out to you, and you can get that moving,
Yep.
and like you're kind of in that database sort of thing where people can then sell it to you, and you're kind of getting people, I don't know, just more transactions, more
Yeah.
trades, selling. Kind of thing.
I agree. Like, I'm the same way. I'm a big set collector. Like, I don't PC like a single player.
Yeah.
And sometimes finding those like niche cards,
Yep.
that
Hard.
platform would be absolutely
Right.
perfect for it because
Yeah.
it's, you know, you can look on eBay and you can look on a Macari, but
Yeah.
like that's pretty much all where you're
Right.
gonna find it, right? So like having a platform where you can actually search that and find it, I just find it cool. One
Yeah.
question I did have that, you know, as somebody I've been in the hobby since like 2016, so before the boom, one complaint that I see from a lot of other people that are on Instagram and Facebook where they're buying and selling is they're sometimes get a little scared to ship because of scammers and stuff, because they are
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
and I know it's a lot of taboo. Are you guys taking any approaches
a good question.
to kind of hamper down on that on your guys' platform? Because
Yeah.
let's be honest, 99% of the people out there, they're good people and they'll do good business.
Yeah.
It's that 1% that wants to ruin it for everybody.
Absolutely. The thing I'm the most proud about of what we've built so far is that it's a really positive community.
Good.
If you post something, nobody's going to say the card that you just posted is dumb, bad, stupid, you're wasting your money, you don't know what you're talking about. There's none of that goes on. Scamming is tough, right? Because somebody
is.
could create
Correct.
a handle, scam, and then be gone.
Right.
But what we're really trying to do is build a place that that it's very clear from the moment you get there, behavior is not tolerated. You'll get banned immediately. You'll never be allowed back on. We're really quick with the ban button because we want to keep this thing to be positive and make sure that people feel safe on the platform. So that's paramount to us.
That's awesome.
And look, I mean, we're 2 years in. The scammers have plenty of places to go.
Correct.
At some point, some of them are going to find us, and
Yep.
they're going to be, and we're just going to have to keep vigilant.
Well, and to add on to kind of what you're saying, I think the hobby in general, the good people in the hobby, they'll weed them out anyways.
Right.
So I mean, I just love the idea. I think it's a
Yeah.
great idea, and
It's
I
awesome.
appreciate
No, I
it.
love it.
I will also ask too, because this is something I'm big with on the Facebook end of things, where I can join groups that maybe
Yeah.
have that niche to like Minnesota Vikings cards
Yep.
or Yankees. Can you kind of do that on
Absolutely.
Mantle?
Yeah, so we have, I would say, 25, 30 groups that are already set up.
Oh, nice.
So Minnesota Vikings, we don't have a group just because nobody said, "Hey, I want to create a
Yeah.
group." But comic books or sealed wax, or there's a group on Elvis collecting.
Cool.
So
Okay.
there's a bunch of variety. The way that we create those groups is somebody from the community reaches out and says, "This is something I collect. I know other people do too. I'd love to moderate
Yeah.
this and start it," and then we spin it up.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you having on. Is there anything you want to add for people that you think
I
need to know?
did have one question.
Okay.
Please.
I know that you are a good friend with Alexa, Mr. Serena
Yeah.
Williams' husband.
Yeah, Alexis Ohanian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you a big Serena Williams collector yourself?
It's hard to be a big Serena Williams collector around Alexis because he buys every single thing that he has. I think the number is somewhere around 7,000 of her graded
Jesus.
cards. So every major Serena card he owns for the most part, and if he doesn't own them, he's looking for them, and as soon as they pop up, he's grabbing them. So I've got 2-3 things from Serena in my collection,
Okay.
and I know that like there are things that are not important to him because they're not high value. but he would also buy them from me tomorrow if he thought that he could just corner the entire market. Like, he wants to own every single Serena product that's ever been out there. He's like, he build a museum for her, essentially. So I've got a couple, but nothing compares to what he's got. But the dude is a massive collector. He's going to actually be here on Saturday, walking around. So if there are Serena cards, I don't want to say it too loudly, but if you hold any Serena cards on Saturday, he's going to be here. He's a buyer, so you don't have to lower the comps. You can get him in there for it.
That's true love right there.
Yeah, 100%.
If my girlfriend or my wife was Serena, I'd do the same thing.
Right, exactly.
All-time great, one of the greatest athletes to ever do it.
One of the best athletes in the world in any sport. How could you not? So,
100%.
He's not just a Serena collector, but certainly that's probably the corner of the market that he's got. He's got
awesome.
The biggest handle on. Yeah, and he's going to be a judge. We announced today. I know I talked earlier about it, but he's going to be a judge for the Hobby Awards. Serena Morales from WeTheHobby is going to be a judge. Gary Vaynerchuk, DJ Ski, a bunch of people in the hobby. We're trying to launch something to celebrate everything that's going on at the National and beyond.
Awesome.
All the companies, all the people that make the hobby what it is. Sometimes we start bickering or competing or whatever. We want to do something that actually celebrates all the good work. So we got a bunch of judges, but the community, 70% of the vote comes from the community. And we just announced it today. We're launching it at the end of the summer and announcing the winners in the fall, a little party and things like that. But it should be great.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate having you on, Evan Parker of Mantle. And feel free to stop by our booth all week. We'll be hanging out and breaking. So appreciate you having you on. And everybody go check out Mantle.
Please.
So Dante and I were finishing up, and we had a surprise guest here, and I heard you have a phenomenal story. Welcome on, Blake. Blake, how are you, buddy?
Hello. Yeah.
Hello,
so,
welcome.
What should I start with? Do you guys want to start off, or should I?
Tell us about the group that you're part of, the special kids group that you're part of with collecting and everything. Talk to us about that, some of the athletes you've met and everything.
So, to start off, about me, I'm Blake Grice. I'm 13 years old. I've been doing media for about 5 years now. So, what I'm trying to do out here is I'm trying to spread positivity in the hobby.
Love it.
But I'm also trying to just have fun myself right now at the National and doing media. So, I started off by reviewing baseball cards, and the first set I reviewed was the Project 70. Do you guys remember that set?
Okay, yep.
So I started reviewing that. I reviewed every single one of those cards, and eventually Topps reached out to me, and they wanted me to be in a set. Now, not just any set. They wanted me to be in Allen and Ginter.
That's too cool.
Okay, that's
I did not see that coming. That's sweet.
These are both my superfractors, and
we need superfractor.
I'm living a kid's dream, man. My dad always talks about how, I always wanted a baseball card, and I still don't get how I got it, but I'm working hard still. And speaking of working hard, I've now talked to people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Aaron Judge, Ohtani, what's some others, Elton John. I've talked to everyone in a lot of people in every kind of industry. Wow. And I'm still hoping to talk to more. So some big plans I have here at the National right now is I'm hoping to do some stuff with Card Vault, Heritage, Mantle. You guys were just on with Evan. So I have big plans, and some things I've done recently is I just started up a brand new foundation, a nonprofit. It's called the Blake Project, and what I'm planning to do is I hope to help 3 to 4 different organizations every year. It's called the Blake Project because it's an acronym that stands for Believe, Learn, Achieve, Kindness, and Empower. So I hope to help mainly kids and veterans. So I'm doing a lot of big things out here, and I'm at the National right now trying to make more of those connections.
Yeah.
So.
Man. That's awesome. How did you get into the hobby? Who got you into the hobby, and how did you get into the hobby?
So my dad and brother had been collecting when I was probably like 4, 5, and then when I was a little older, probably to 8. And my brother doesn't collect as much anymore, and he has autism, so he doesn't like to be on social media that much, or he doesn't like to collect anymore. He does collect some things like lightsabers, but that's mainly it. He got me into it a little, but my dad's the one who really got me into it. He's been doing card stuff for 20 plus years. I mean, he's really good with them, and I love my dad. He's so amazing.
That's awesome.
He got me into the hobby because I had wanted to do my own social media because when you're a little kid, you're like, oh my God, look at this person. I want to do gaming videos. And I told my dad that once, and he's like, you didn't think it was the best option, safest option for like a kid my age, a 9-year-old? So he knew the hobby really well, and he brought me into it. He inducted me in. So I'm really happy to be in the hobby. It's a great thing.
Man, that's awesome. Random question. First off, your ambition to be 13, dude. When I was 13, that was the last thing I was thinking about, not starting a non-for-profit. I'm very impressed, first off. Secondly, with your superfractors, right?
Yeah.
Are you doing your whole rainbow? Like, I have. Are you? Yeah? Are you missing any cards left in your rainbow?
No, I don't think so.
You have everything.
I think I've also gotten all of the mini fractors, all the mini rainbows.
Wow, that's so cool.
I've been looking for them for a while now.
That's awesome.
Because I got the card when I was 9.
Right.
So I've had time.
Oh,
That's
yeah, definitely
crazy.
have had time.
That's so cool.
What's your favorite part about being at the National?
Favorite part of being at the National is talking to people, because when I interview people, I don't think of it as interviews. I think it is two new friends talking. Another thing is everybody's somebody. I'm willing to talk to anyone, come up to them, hey there, what's your favorite card? Or, here, take this card. I love talking to people here.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Is there any card that maybe you're looking for? Is there any player you collect?
Okay. Well, players I collect are like Connor McDavid in hockey, and then I collect Aaron Judge in basketball. I know not many people might know him, but I love him. Pistol Pete Maravich.
Oh, of course.
We love before all of our times.
Sacramento Kings?
Yeah.
Or Jazz? One of the two. Jazz or Kings?
Jazz, I think, right?
But,
Jazz, maybe.
the card I'm looking for, it's a mouthful. I've been telling people this. So it's a 24-25 Metal Universe Skybox Liquid Gold Medal Connor McDavid.
Oh, wow. That's a big card. That's a cool card right there.
I've been looking
Have you had any luck or no?
So we've seen them online, me and my dad, and we tried to grab them, but the last one I saw got sold out within like 20 hours, and we couldn't keep up. So
that's nuts.
Yeah, it's been a hunt. It's not as hard. I don't think it'll be as hard as getting my superfractors.
Right.
Those took a while, like 2 years, but I think I'll find one hopefully here.
Right.
I have hope.
Now,
awesome.
I heard that you got to meet a couple of athletes, right? Who is your favorite athlete that you've met so far?
Athlete? Could we include Olympians?
Yeah.
Sure.
Phil Heath. He is the nicest guy. I talked to him through a Zoom. He is super amazing, kindest guy. I mean, it's not like I don't like interviews with Aaron Judge or Ohtani. Those are star-striking. They're amazing. But I just think conversation-wise, thoughtfulness of replies, all that, I think Phil Heath was great.
That's too cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Do you have any goals for like maybe your next year or next 10 years, or like what you want to do with the platform you have and what you have going for you?
So for a long while, my main goal was to main goal for a while was to get that nonprofit, because I love helping people.
That's awesome.
But I think now is I'm kind of just going with the flow. It's hard to have such big plans when I've already done so much. I still can't believe I'm here. So I mean, at this point, I'm just seeing where life takes me, trying to talk to even more people. Oh wow. Oh, Mantle.
It was clean.
I was rocking one of those first day.
The Mantles, those are sweet.
Dude, these things, I think they're really nice. They're nice. They're nice. I love them. Here,
As nice as your cowboy hat, or no?
No.
I like the cowboy hat.
Well, awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate you having you on,
Yes,
Blake.
thank you so much.
Awesome.
And Blake, can they find you on any social medias or anything like that?
And just before I forget,
a couple of poker
awesome.
chips.
I'll give you that. Thank you.
and let me show one to the camera.
Blake Down.
So this is my new podcast.
That's too cool.
Opening up. It's called Insight. I'll talk to anyone, basically politicians, whoever. Then I'll come up to them, Insight, 3 different questions about their autograph experience that had an impact on your life, stuff like that. And then I'll do insight into their life. So insight, autograph life.
That's too cool.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well,
we really
There's my
appreciate
channel, Blake Down on Instagram.
Yeah, check it out.
Here's the bag.
Well, Blake, we appreciate you stopping by the booth and hanging out. I love your story, and I know you're going to go far in life, brother. I
Thank
appreciate you hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to look for me, just
Look for the hat.
yeah.
Look for the hat.
Look for the hat.
Look for that.
Thank you, Blake.
Dante, we're back with another special guest.
I know, right?
MLB pitcher and one of my most best friends in the hobby, Justin Steele. Justin, how are you, bro?
Dude, thanks for
Welcome,
having me.
man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course.
Love the streams. Y'all have always been so kind to me. Y'all are just a great time every time.
Well, we love having you in there,
Yeah,
dude. It's
it's
so much
awesome.
fun. So, Justin, first off, I think a lot of people in the hobby know who you are, but they don't know that you're a card collector. So tell us, like, how you got into that.
So when I was a young kid, my dad would take me and my brother to the local flea market. And
Okay.
that's kind of how me and my brother and my father started building out our collection. Like, I remember Ken Griffey rookies, Bo Jackson rookies. Like, you would find anything at this flea market. And that's kind of how we started building our collection out. And then kind of got away from it as life started happening. And then when 2020 happened and everything slowed down, the hobby started picking back up. And I was like, we have some cards in the attic. Let me go look at them. Like, lo and behold, there's like a PSA 10 Ken Griffey sitting there. It's like, oh crap, like we got something going on here.
Right.
So I started going through everything, started like looking on eBay, looking at what stuff sold for, and that kind of just like ignited that fire again. And I've just been all the way in now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
That is
awesome.
awesome.
So this is your first national, right?
First national.
Here in Cleveland. Overall, first thoughts. What do you think?
It's amazing. I mean, for anybody that's into the hobby and into sports memorabilia, it's like Disneyland for
It's
them.
nuts.
It's definitely overwhelming. There's a lot going on at all times. Like, this one table might have something you've never seen before, and then right behind you they're breaking something and they just pulled a 1-on-1 or something. There's like something crazy going on at all times. So it's really exciting. Like I said, I told y'all before, like I came here with one mission, that was to get chasing UFC 2022 Prism Hobby. That's what I'm after. I was able to find a case of it, so excited about that.
Now, on the same topic, obviously you're a big Saints guy.
Huge.
I want you to go through the experience. If you don't follow Justin on Instagram, make sure you guys go check it out. You also have a card page, right?
Yeah, Steele Sports Cards.
Steele Sports Cards. Go check it out on Instagram. You posted an Alvin Kamara clip. So
Yeah.
tell me about how that came to fruition. Like, that's so cool to me.
Our like PR guy that handles celebrities coming into Wrigley, he texted me and was like, hey, Alvin Kamara is coming out to throw the first pitch on this date. And I was already rehabbing at this point, and it was a day like I just wasn't gonna be able to make it. Like, I
Right.
couldn't fly out that soon with PT and stuff. So what happened was I was like, you got to get a jersey signed for me. Give him one of mine signed. Like, tell him I'm a huge fan. And he was like, you know what? I'll just have him FaceTime you. So he's at my locker and he FaceTimes me, and I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm
Like,
cheesing,
what's going on
I'm cheesing from ear to ear. Like, can't believe I'm talking to Alvin Kamara. Like, just big deal for me. Big deal.
That's awesome.
So he's like asking me tips about how to throw out the first pitch, and it's hilarious. I was like, look, if you're going to try and throw it hard, you're probably going to overthrow it and sail it. So I'd aim a little bit lower than what you're thinking. He goes out there and spikes it like 30 feet, and I was like, oh, no. I was like, you probably listened to
Now
me.
Alvin hates me.
Yeah, now he hates me. But yeah, it was a really cool experience just talking to him on FaceTime. He took
Right.
a picture in front of my locker. Like, all of that just meant the world to me.
That's too cool, dude.
I know you mentioned UFC. Is there anything else you have your eyes set on here? Any
Yeah.
specific player you're trying to add? I know you showed us the Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Any specific player you're
Yeah, I
looking
got
for?
this MJ today. Picked it up. Really cool card. As far as UFC goes, I'm chasing Tom Aspinall rookies.
Nice.
I'm chasing Ilya rookies, Patty Pimblett. That 2022 class is like
Loaded.
really loaded, and like the boxes aren't that crazy priced. So it's something I'm chasing right now.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So I did want to ask, obviously, in a Saints jersey, Saints fan, between the two quarterbacks that would be fighting for that job, who would you invest in more? Or who do you think people should invest in?
Arch Manning.
I was gonna say there is a neither option. Also, Spencer Rattler kind of looks good. He kind of looks decent.
I can't say too much.
I know
I'm
you
in the
can't.
good graces
I
of
know.
the
I know
Saints.
you are. Shout out to
So,
Saints.
Yeah,
So-
shout out Saints. I love y'all. I love y'all.
That's fair.
I love
That's
it.
fair.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How's your recovery going?
Rehab's
Solid?
going great.
Awesome. Well, you guys are cooking right now.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to just like it obviously sucks that I'm injured, but it's
Right.
been really cool to just like kind of be a fan of like the special team that we got going
Outside.
on right now. It's like it's almost like must watch. It feels like must watch every day. Like with Pete Crow, Kyle Tucker, like everybody, playing the way they are.
Pete Crow. How about his cards right now?
Dude,
ridiculous.
everybody was asking, like people come up to me and they're like, "What should we buy this off season?" I was like, PCA.
He's so fast,
and I couldn't do it myself because like I'm really close friends with him. Like I was like, I can't do that myself. But I was like, the kid's pretty good.
Could you ever have imagined you'd be in this position you are now, like pitching in the MLB? Did you ever? I mean, like, when was that moment where you realized?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 4, playing T-ball, my brother was 5 years older than me, so I was following him around with tournament ball and stuff. So, like, I was at a very young age just constantly around it. There was, like, never a backup plan or anything. It was like, this is going to work. Like, kind of has to. I don't want to go to school. So, I mean, in my mind, no. It's just like, as long as I stay with it, like, it'll happen eventually. And then once you get to the big leagues, like you're focused on doing what you got to do to stay.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of layers. There's like, you got to have a little bit of luck, a little bit of timing. I mean, there's a lot to go into it. But for me, like, I always knew it was possible. I mean, for other people to start believing in you, you got to be the first one to believe in yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, Wrigley Field, an amazing field. But aside from that, what's been one of your favorite stadiums to pitch in?
That's a tough question.
There's a lot of good ones, a lot of good stadiums out there.
PNC Park is like really
Amazing.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
They absolutely own me there, but
Okay.
it's pretty. The bridge is pretty. The scenery around the ballpark's really pretty. Man, that's a good question. When we go to places that have like nice hotels, like on the beach or something, that's always like a miniature vacation almost in the middle of the season. Because like, dude, 162 games is such a long season.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nice to have that break where you're like, oh, I can go sit on the beach before I go to the field today.
That's so
like
sick.
that kind of stuff like is really nice.
Do you still travel to all games even though obviously you're
No,
injured?
so I've been like
okay.
picking and choosing my home stands.
Nice.
I'm in Arizona most of the
Okay.
time, doing my PT and stuff there, just because they're able to be a lot more hands-on with me at that point. Because like, if I'm here in Chicago with the team every day, those guys are getting ready for the games every day. They got
to focus on those guys.
they need the
That
trainers
makes sense.
focused on them. I don't need to be in the way because like, you know what I'm saying. So I pick and choose my home stands when to come hang out with the boys and stuff. So it's been really good this year.
That's awesome, man.
Awesome. I love that. Geez, what was about to say? Oh, so we ask everybody. We've been having a bunch of MLB players come on with us recently. And we keep asking them, what is your maybe pregame ritual, pre-inning ritual? What's something
I'm not
you
the
do?
one to ask this. I try to treat it like a normal day. Like I don't listen to music.
That's awesome.
Like I try to have casual conversations, and then like once the game starts, I'm like locked in and stuff.
Right.
But like leading up to it, I try to treat it like a very normal day. I don't like mean mugging around the locker room, like just like don't talk to me vibe. Like that makes me feel, that almost gives me anxiety because like it puts like added pressure to something like that doesn't need to have added pressure.
Yeah.
Something I always tell myself is like, in 100 years, nobody's gonna really care about any of this.
Right.
So like that's something like I tell myself on the mound.
That's a great
like
idea.
if you're struggling or like mentally battling something, that's something that like really helps me. It's like 100 years ago, we don't know who threw game 58 for the Chicago Cubs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Or
that
if they
kind
won
of
or
stuff
lost.
really puts you in a good
Right.
mental space when you're out there pitching.
I do want to ask too, and get a pitcher's standpoint on this. We actually had MJ Melendez on the podcast last week, and we talked about the ability to challenge like a strike and ball call. If you can, what are your thoughts on that? If that were to come up to the MLB as a pitcher, or do you just like the human element of it?
The initial and on the surface reaction is it's very good. Players want the balls to be called balls, and we want the strikes to be strikes, and the umpires want that as well.
Right.
I don't want to say too much, but like what you don't want to happen is to give them the control over that, and then be able to manipulate it at that point.
The entire game.
Just for instance, say there's a lack in power going on in the MLB. They can then like start shrinking the strike zone, like miniature sizes, make those balls that are close balls. Whereas vice versa, the other way, like if the offense is like through the roof and when they need to do something
More
about
strikes.
it, widen the strike zone just a little bit. Like, and that makes a big difference. So like that's the thing, like as players you kind of fear of. Like you don't want to give them the control over that, and then they start taking advantage over that power and start manipulating things. That's what you don't want to happen.
Right.
Like that's why I say on the surface level, like we want the balls to be called balls. Like everything, all of it's good on the surface level, but what you don't want to happen is give over that control, and then they have the control to manipulate it.
That's cool. One last question. Ethan Roberts, also a good friend of the show, part of the Cubs organization. he has a crazy collection of himself.
Yeah,
like
I
his
do too.
entire rainbow. That was gonna be my question. Do you have?
I think I have 3 of my 1-on-1s.
Do you?
I have
Holy
my
cow.
orange to 25. I got my first Bowman's.
Yeah, I was gonna say your first Bowman.
like
have you seen your superfractor anywhere or no?
I have my superfractor.
You do have your
Yeah, I have my
superfractor. That's too cool.
Not my first Bowman. I don't think
No?
I had a 1-on-1 first Bowman.
Okay.
It was weird. 2014, I think my deal was with Panini that year.
Okay.
And then 2015 is when Topps did my first Bowman.
Gotcha.
But I was drafted in 2014.
Interesting.
So there's like a weird thing going on there. But
Right.
yeah, I have most of my 1-on-1s. There's some like random ones that are out there, like
Right.
relic cards and stuff that I don't have. But I have like the big ones.
Right.
Yeah.
See, if I was a player, I
And
guess
like if it's not signed, like I'll crack it, sign it, submit it again.
Like if I was like I guess I'm biased because like I'm a card collector, but like if I was a pro player, like Bailey Groupie, I'm sure you've talked.
Yeah,
to
I've talked to him. He's awesome.
He has his entire rainbow. That would be me in a heartbeat. Where like I've talked to other players and they're like, no, I don't collect any
some
of me.
people
And
don't
I
have
don't
any
want to.
interest
And
in
I was
it.
like, man, I would chase after every single one of them. But
Let me ask you too, because MLB debut patches weren't
Yes.
around when you made your debut. How much do you wish that was a thing so you could go
dude.
after that?
That would be so sick to have my
Electric.
own. Dude, that'd be so sick. I was talking to a guy from Topps earlier, and he was asking like when about I got called up. I was like, it was right before that. And I was like, it would have been sick, but it was right before.
oh man.
Awesome.
Well, that brings us to the end. Justin, thank you so much
Dude, thanks for
hanging
having me. This
out.
was a blast.
Make sure, once again, if you guys don't follow Justin Steele on Instagram, wherever your social
Justin
media
Steele 21 on Instagram.
Perfect.
Steely Sports Cards from my sports page. Always posting new cards I'm getting. I'm always selling stuff on eBay, literally anything. Like if I have a live auction on there, I post it on my story. If I'm looking to buy something, I'm literally just like every one of y'all, just
Exactly.
looking to buy cards, sell them,
That's
just
awesome.
into it.
Well, thank you once again, Justin. I
Thank
Thanks for
appreciate your
having me,
time.
guys. It was a pleasure.
Awesome. Justin Steele, everybody. So we have another special guest. I love this today. We have so many
Me too.
special guests.
It's been fun so far.
Today, right now, we have Thomas Ian Nicholas on from the Rookie of the Year, many other films, shows, movies, you name it. This is exciting for me. I didn't get to come and meet you down at WeTheHobby
I didn't either.
a few weeks ago when you were here, and I told my parents, and they were like, no shot you didn't go down. Like, what an iconic movie. You didn't go get a picture, nothing. I was like, I know.
Well, I
That's
heard
on
that
me.
you weren't there,
I wasn't
so
there.
I came
Had to
here
come back.
today.
For us.
Just for you,
us.
Dante. Just for you.
Oh, I made it.
And you.
I
we're
made
flattered.
it. I made it. That's awesome. So what brings you here to the Nationals?
I'm here with TriStar, doing meet and greets over in the TriStar area.
Cool.
I was here a couple years ago, the year my Allen and Ginter card came out.
Yep.
So I was doing a special signing for Topps, and that was a lot of fun. And I mean, I love sports card shows. I mean, obviously I was in a sports movie.
One of the
And
biggest
I'm
of all
really
time.
here with you right now to continue my interview process
Yeah.
for the job application at
Yeah.
WeTheHobby.
Yep.
This
No.
is step number 2.
Step number
Next
2.
year is going to be step number 3. So
Right,
be ready.
I'm just chasing you. I'm just chasing.
So what do you want to do with us? Open cards on air? Do you want to work in
Yeah.
our repack?
Might as well.
We got a bunch of openings.
Now that I've met Zach, I think my plan is to see if there's some sort of congeal that we can do between my new podcast that's coming
Ooh.
and maybe
sneak peek.
WeTheHobby. I don't know.
Now we're talking. Is
Now
this
we're-
breaking news?
Now we're talking.
Yes, we're all about breaking stuff here.
I love it. I love it.
Now, real quick question. So you just brought up how you have cards in Allen and Ginter. Do you? So we just had Justin Steele on. He talked about how he has his superfractors and all that. Do you collect any of your own cards?
The last time I opened and broke a pack of cards, it had a stick of dry gum in it,
Okay.
and it was the 90s.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Very fair. That's awesome. So, what are your thoughts being here? I know you said you've been here before, but like seeing all these people come together, collecting. It's a hobby that brings a massive amount of people together, whether you are from America, a different country, a part of a different race, culture. Like, it brings so many people together. What's it like just being here, taking this all in and everything?
I mean, I've watched it kind of grow into this a little
Yeah.
bit because I've done sports shows here in Chicago at the Donald E. Stevens before, like for Sports Spectacular or Fanatics,
Yeah.
and then now I just look around for who has like a very small lockbox, and I know that they've got like some $10,000 or $150,000 cards in that like thing that they should probably have handcuffed to their wrist, like
That's too
James
funny.
Bond.
Oh yeah, no,
Now,
definitely.
kind of just quick question. What would you say your favorite movie that you played in was? Or TV show? Or what was the... Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, like most artists, I'm going to pick my most recent thing.
Okay, fair.
No, not my most
I thought you were
successful.
gonna... That's what I...
You
that's what
know
I thought.
that. Forget about
Fair.
that.
That's fair.
Forget about the billion-dollar franchise called American Pie. We're not going to talk about that. No, my most recent thing is my TV show, Underdeveloped.
Oh, nice.
That stars Tom Arnold and Mark Pellegrino and David Koechner. It's a mockumentary like The Office. Obviously, David Koechner was in The Office.
Right.
And
That's so cool.
I play like a very disgruntled, producer, a failed producer on the show, and my son is in the show, and he plays
Really?
Tom Arnold's son.
That's awesome.
So we're negotiating for season 2 right now. So we might switch from Tubi and Amazon over to maybe like Paramount Plus or Peacock or something like
That's
that.
too cool.
Man.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's it like looking back? I mean, Rookie of the Year is one of the most like iconic baseball movies you can find. What's it like just like looking back and like, you're at such a young age and being like, there's two sides, but one like, wow, I started there, I'm here now, but also like, holy crap, I was a part of that movie. Like that's literally me. I'm the face of it.
I mean, it's always fun when I come back to Chicago because obviously everywhere else in the world I'm known as Kevin from American Pie, but in Chicago and I believe it's pronounced hen, re, ro, and gar, nerd.
That was
In
great.
Chicago.
That's so cool. That's so cool. 'Cause that was one of like my favorite movies growing
Oh,
up.
phenomenal.
That and a bunch of other ones, but like baseball is the sport that I came up with, and so like any baseball movie I could find, and that was one of them. So I mean,
What's your
cool.
favorite baseball movie?
Well, so that was
But
actually...
that goes. I'll answer it as well, but I asked first,
That's fair.
Oh,
Do you want to go?
and it doesn't have to. I'm not.
Do you wanna
I'm
tell-
not fishing
do you
for
wanna tell
Rookie of the Year.
our debate
That's not my
first?
favorite.
Well, first I'm going to tell you mine.
Yes,
Mine is The Bench Warmers.
Oh, I know mine.
The Benchwarmers. Sick.
One of my favorite baseball movies of all time, and it kind of leads me to my next point. We ran our pod the other day, and they asked what was the most, what is the best sports movie of all time? And a lot of people were saying The Sandlot, and I completely disagree. You can argue
Crazy
yours.
take.
You can argue. I said The Benchwarmers. I thought that Sandlot
So you
was a
believe
little
that
too
your
overrated.
favorite movie is
Correct.
also the best sports movie of
Correct.
all time?
Correct.
So
What-
Oh, you go. Keep
No,
going.
you go. You go.
I was gonna say my favorite baseball movie of all time, and honestly, my favorite sports movie of all time is Hardball.
Hardball.
With,
Oh, that's a great movie.
With Keanu Reeves, I think Michael B. Jordan's in that. Very emotional movie, very good movie.
If there was ever like when I said like pick your favorite song from said band, you both picked the B-sides. Anyway,
Wow.
my favorite baseball film is The Natural.
The Natural. Okay. I don't think I've seen that.
No,
I don't think
Robert
so.
Redford. The Natural. He goes in as like the pitcher and then like double crosses the wrong guy and gets shot, and then he comes back and he has like this, and then he has like the super cool bat, and then he's like a bat. Like you gotta see The Natural.
Oh, I gotta see it now. That sounds
It's a-
like something I would watch.
It's a very old school movie. Like
I love that.
Have you ever saw The Sting with Robert Redford?
I think so. Yes.
So it's like that style.
Oh.
Maybe even older than that. Like
I kind of
so
like that
it's
kind
awesome.
of stuff, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Just want to preface, if I heard correctly, I think you said don't say Rookie of the Year. Just want to point that out.
Yes.
Didn't
I
wanna
did say.
Yeah.
He didn't say that.
All right.
No, I did say. I said.
Oh.
I said. You don't. I'm not fishing for Rookie of the Year.
Right.
Was my. You can
No,
rewind
it's
it and watch that
amazing.
back. I said I'm not fishing for that.
100% right there.
I agree.
Great movie. I also, aside from baseball, I love Radio. If you've ever seen that movie, football movie, love that movie. What else did we talk about?
Moneyball.
Moneyball is a good one.
And then you have your football movies, too. Friday Night Lights, all that kind of stuff. I think it's all up there.
Yeah, 100%. Is there anybody, if you were, what sport would you say you're most invested in, or you watch the most?
Don't.
Or do you even have time?
I don't. I mean, I tour around with my band.
Yeah.
Right.
I released my 7th album last year.
Congrats, that's awesome.
I play over 100 shows a year. I'm going to Australia 3 times this year.
Wow.
The UK 3 times.
That's
Last year I was
impressive.
in Europe a couple of times.
That's
so,
too cool.
yeah, I'm more music and film. than I am sports, but I still follow the Cubs, but like I follow them on Instagram. Right. Like if that shows you what
That's okay.
Like what not a sports person I am, that I follow my favorite team on Instagram and that's how I keep up with them.
Listen,
Well,
I understand.
brings me to my one of my final questions. If you had to
You're
choose,
like, you're not a sports fan. We're giving you a
no,
final
no, no,
question.
no,
Get
no,
out
no,
of here.
no, I love it. If you had to choose one career path, an actor or a musician, you had to choose one from
Put
the
him on the
beginning.
spot.
Which one would you pick?
I get asked this question a lot,
Do you
and I
actually?
choose both.
I know. It's hard not to. You know
I
what
mean, the thing is that I've done both I've been acting for 38 years.
Right.
I've been playing music for 24 years.
Right.
No, 28 years. Damn, I'm old. I've been playing music longer than you guys have been alive.
That's fair.
I understand.
and I've been acting longer than both of you have been alive together.
It's fair. I have a question, and it's okay if you can't answer. What's a movie or show or opportunity that you didn't take, that you had the opportunity to, that you wish you did?
I mean, there's not anything that I turned down that I wish I would have accepted. There are things that I wanted to get that I didn't get. But if I look back in hindsight, I see that the path that it kind of like sent me on.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
Of
exactly.
course.
Like, exactly. There. I mean, there's even like more convoluted answers than that, but yeah, there's not anything that I turned down that I shouldn't have.
That's awesome.
I don't think, well, maybe I should have done some of the like direct to VHS or like direct to DVD or direct to streaming offshoots of American Pie because they kept offering me roles in those.
Really?
And I kept saying no because I was like, those films suck.
Well, yeah. What's your favorite American Pie movie?
I mean, I'm an OG guy. I always like the first of any franchise.
Gotcha.
Even if the sequels are good, I'm always going to go with the first one. I love the setup.
How could you not? That was the first R-rated movie I ever watched. I remember it like it was yesterday.
You know what? I have another.
It probably came out also before you were born.
Right around.
Probably.
Right around.
I am so old. I'm so old.
You are not.
What happened to me?
I have another question, actually. Okay. If you were approached to bring back, like, whether it's kind of a remake or a way down the line in the future, Rookie of the Year, would you want to be a part of this? And would you be right at the front of the line to make this happen?
So, I don't know how long of an answer you want on this one.
However long it needs to be.
Okay, so I was actually here at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center after I had pitched the producer of Rookie of the Year about a long-awaited sequel, when I read a Deadline article about them doing a reboot without the Cubs and without me.
Oh, we can't have that.
I know. And then Disney bought Fox, and I was like, haha, because that got tanked. So my idea was to have my son, who is, now he's 13, so now he's aged out, but this was years ago.
Because how
that I
old were
pitched
you in
this.
that movie?
I was 12.
12, okay.
So like it kind of has to be that like pre-adolescence
Right.
sort of
Yeah.
innocence.
And he's like right there.
Right.
Yep.
So my daughter is 9, and now she is starting to pursue her
That'd be
acting
cool.
career.
That's awesome.
So I thought, well, we've already seen a 12-year-old in the major leagues. What about a 12-year-old girl?
That'd be awesome.
So my new pitch is a Rookie of the Year 2 where it's Henry's daughter playing for the Cubs.
That'd be sweet.
Would you coach it all?
I mean, my thought is, and maybe you guys as baseball aficionados that I'm not, could answer me this. Is there any role on a team, not a player, like a pitching coach or a manager that could, in a legal sense, take the field if you were one person short? Because that's the role I would take.
Technically, yes. There's player managers.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Where you technically can do both. You don't see it.
You
but
can in the NHL.
Manny Ramirez actually did it.
Really?
At the end of his career, he was a player manager where he could go both. So yeah, technically it's allowed.
So that's what I would say is that if Henry took the player manager role to protect his daughter being on the team, and then near the end of the film you end up getting like father-daughter on the field for like the final game together, like heightening
really
everything.
cool.
We just wrote the script.
We wrote the script. The movie's done.
I would
we'll
like
start shooting it tomorrow.
5% royalty on this. Well,
That's awesome.
We
though.
appreciate you.
Will you come on as a to make sure that we do the player manager role correctly?
100%.
Right.
Okay.
Now he's got it.
You're going to be our Tim Stoddard. Because Tim Stoddard, who played for the Cubs, whose ring I'm wearing at the end of the film, the 1983 Orioles ring, he was our pitching coach. He's the one that I tell, like, pitcher's got a big buddy, play the Dodger pitcher. But he was there to make sure the hidden ball trick was done correctly. Even though you can't see my feet and everyone thinks I balked, I didn't balk.
Didn't balk. Awesome. It was a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much.
Anything to look forward to with you going forward before we end it that maybe people should know?
I mean, look out for my podcast being brought to you by We the Hobby.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Thomas and
Yes,
Nicholas.
thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so we're here with another special guest today, Mr. Otis, or better known as Dr. Moist Muffins. Appreciate having you come on, dude. I mean, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So, okay, let's take it back. You're probably wondering, who is this?
Right.
Well, I know you've seen all the videos of the Jayden Daniels Black Finite 101 being sold to the Commanders. Well, this is the man who originally hit that card with WeTheHobby in a spot that went for less than $40, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it went for like $36.
$36.
That is unbelievable, and now it is in the hands of the Commanders. Unbelievable. I mean, we can go back to when that was, like February-ish?
No, it
March?
was January 1st.
January 1st.
January 1st.
What
Literally
a
the first
start
of
to
the
the
year.
year, too.
I mean,
hanging out.
it's crazy to think, like, you've been a part of our community for what, 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, an OG member. If you guys aren't a part of We the Hobby, you guys watch a lot. He's always been supporting us, whether he's buying in, whether he's not, just hanging out. And it's awesome to see a type of card go to somebody like you. Walk me through that day. Like, what was going through? What was happening?
It was like New Year's Day, slow morning, just kind of hanging out. Joey's sitting there on Fanatics. I'm like, all right, let's see what he's up to. He's got one box of Prism, and for me, Prism has been like a little bit of a pain because I just went through like getting beat up on the Wemby chase, and I was like, all right, I'll get in a little bit. So I got a couple spots here and there. There weren't a lot of people awake, and I was like, oh yeah, there's spots are not going for bad on this. So I just kept getting a few more, and then I was like, oh, nice, Commanders. That's awesome.
Sweet.
And then I just kind of like, all right, well, I got the top spot. Might as well just go make coffee and pet the dog for a bit and hang out. So that's what I did.
Dang, I was just about to ask, what were you doing in the moment? Like, were you working? Were you at home? But
no, I was at home. I have this great 12-year-old Great Dane, so she doesn't like moving around a ton. So I was just kind of laying in the living room with her, and we were just kind of hanging out, watching what was happening with the New Year's folks,
So when you saw that Black Finite, you saw the rookie, and then finally it was Jayden, like, what was your initial, like, reaction, feeling? Because, like, that's such an iconic... I've pulled big cards before, like, personally, and it's such a utopic feeling of hitting... Even somebody that it's not even getting the card, like I get to ship it to somebody that I hit it for. What was that like on the other side of the phone or iPad or whatever you were watching it on? Like, what was your initial reaction?
This is bad. I did not know what I had done at the moment. Like,
really?
It did not really
Didn't
quite
register
quite like as much as it should have, because it was. I remember like the song that was playing and Joey, he's like, what are you doing to me? And he, flips it over, and then he just shows the J and the A, and he moves it, and it was just chaos after that.
Wow.
And then chat was in chaos, and I was like, that's awesome. It was exciting. And then I did not know about the big bounty that was out from it.
Oh, really?
Or any of that stuff, and I was like, and then it finally clicked, and when it really clicked is when Justin started texting me. He's like, first, how do you have my number? When you do that, you just have
we
people
always
have it.
have
Right?
Yeah, everybody's.
And so he's like, you gotta tell me what you want to do with it, because I had left stream and just needed a minute once people were telling me what
How
they were
big it
doing,
was.
because every way that anybody could message you was happening. Instagram and on Fanatics chat and you name it, people trying to get a hold of you. And then all of a sudden I was just like, Justin, I'm not sure what I need to be doing here and kind of like get more perspective on this thing. And he goes, well, I'm going into work quick to put that thing in the vault, and then we're going to figure it out together. I'm like, sounds good, great. And then I just kind of like got super peaceful. I was like, this is going to be neat, because I didn't like have a million people around me or anything like that. So it was just like, take some time, figure out what you want to do with this thing. And Justin's like, you got to come get this. I'm not shipping this to you, man. I'm like,
We are not shipping this car.
We're not shipping this. You got to come get this thing. So I was making plans on that, and then people just reaching out at the time. Yeah.
Was there any thought about keeping it? Or was it kind of like instantly like, this is a card that you can't let sit around?
Right.
Like, you have to take advantage of that price
So
tag.
I had to take into account where it was in the season, right?
Yeah.
They're getting into playoffs, and they're like doing okay, but still like there's a lot of back and forth figuring out, hey, is this guy going to be really good? Is he going to earn himself? Is there anything going on? And as I'm doing this, the price is like kind of incrementally going up, and people were offering higher and higher amounts over the bounty that was out there. And I was like, I think right now this card is more of a liability for me.
I understand
than
that. Yeah.
something
Totally get it.
that like
I get it.
I love keeping piles of like $200-$300 to even $1,000
Right.
card. Like that was my happy range there. This was an exponent or two above. I was like, all right, I got to figure out what to do with this thing. So then I was like, let's sell it, because there are people who really covet this card.
Right.
Yep.
And I think that's a smart move to do on all fronts.
And they'll pay max for it. I mean, they're going to appreciate a lot more, and they have the money to do so. So I think, would you have kind of thought about it? It's tough to put yourself in a situation that
it is.
we haven't been in.
I
you
think
know?
it's also like obviously like a financial standpoint
Of course.
like,
right.
I mean, I could really use that money, but like it's
But
also
even,
like
but
this,
even then, it's like you want to maximize your
100%.
whether you need it or not. You want to maximize as much as you can get out of that card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. I'm not going to ask what you sold it for, but you did see it recently sold for $500,000.
Yes.
Do you have any regrets to that? After seeing it sell for what it sold for, do you have any animosity or anything like that?
No. I think like that was great what it sold for.
Right.
The only part I'm like kind of regretting is the experience of selling it to the Washington Commanders and having like Jayden Daniels there, and then like just how cool that would have been to be like, okay, this is gonna be on display.
Right.
It's
It'd be
just
like a part of
something
history
that, like
of
part of
sport
history.
cards.
And my only regret is I've never seen the card.
Yeah.
Never seen it, never touched it,
You
never.
didn't?
I've never even been in the same state as that card.
That's crazy.
Dang, that is. Dang. Do you wish you were like included somehow in like at least like where I don't know, maybe you could meet Jayden and like I don't know, just somehow, because obviously that sale was very well like advertised in the media. Like
yeah.
everybody saw that video of that sale. It was everywhere, and like. Was there anything in the back of your head like, man, I wish I was just in that moment to be there with it kind of thing? Kind of just building off that question.
Like, that's my biggest thing. I just saw, like, Jayden was there, signed off on a jersey, and I'm like, that would have been, like, in my clinic, just right up front, like, in office room number 1.
Right.
Hey.
That would have been your Black Fine Night.
That would have been my Black
It's the
Fine.
part of the history of that card, you know?
That would have been the most fun thing for me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, 100%. May I have something, too, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, it wasn't graded before you sold it, correct?
No.
Why not grade it and then go from there and see what, because maybe you can get even more for it. Why not grade it?
I thought about grading it, but just the process of it, just I couldn't just leave clinic. I'd have to reschedule a million patients.
Yeah,
and then have to
understandable.
be like, all right, I have to go to New York and then or Rochester, then like
right.
PSA headquarters. Hope for the right grade. I would have a professional grade person help me and come with me to do that stuff. Cause with that card, you need to have like the 9 to a 10 is wildly different, or like a 9.5 to a 9 is wildly different. And so, just the logistics of all that. And I think Roth came in at the right time with the right price and was just like, "Do you want to do this?" And made it super simple. So that was easy.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Obviously, your biggest hit to date, I'm going to assume, biggest hit ever. Do you have any other big hits that maybe not stack up to it, but have kind of are up there along in like your top 5 of biggest hits?
Yeah, that card was a catalyst for bunch of big hits, some of which I have here. Like, one of the craziest things was that Justin did a lot of the logistics of getting that card over to Roth. The day Roth got that card, in another break, I hit the emergent Jayden Daniels.
I remember you
finite.
sending me that. Yep.
And so it was just like
I forgot.
a surreal situation where you just don't know what to do. I'm like, I have to kind of do this again with another version of this card.
Yeah.
And then, like, I have a Cooper G Nebula that came, and then a Paul Skeens 101 that came. So it allowed me to get into places that I normally wouldn't have been able to get into.
Yeah, I get that.
You know?
I get that.
Plus, I am a little bit of a nerd, so I put half that in retirement, and
Yeah,
like
you
it is
should.
just doing its thing. It's great.
No, of course. And
is
I mean,
awesome.
going with that too. Geez, how do you remember what I was gonna ask now?
It also allowed me to start an entire like actual business with this stuff.
Really?
So I'm gonna selfishly plug surgical cards on eBay and on like my like Instagram, and connected with a bunch of sites. It's great because now I have inventory and I'm able to move stuff. So
That's what I was gonna.
it allowed me to do a ton of stuff.
I was
you know?
gonna bring that up. So, like, after you sold the card, like, did you plan on buying any bigger cards, maybe to your collection, or that you wanted to flip and move from what you made from that sale, or was it mainly you just kept on going with your day and doing the same things that we usually do?
I really like buying and selling the $2,000 to $1,000 cards. I know
Yeah.
that's a big range of difference.
Right. That's a
but
good bread
you
and
connect.
butter.
You can connect with so many different people at that
Right.
range that it's fun. Above that, there's like it's a smaller like subset of people that you
Right.
run into, but that area in there is a fun set of people to be around and
Oh,
talk
100%.
to. Because one of my biggest passions with cards in the hobby is actually the grading process. Getting a good card, seeing if it like has the edges, has the without dimples
The
and
condition,
everything,
yeah.
and grading it, and then getting that to somebody. I think that's really fun to have that
Nice.
process done for
That's
me.
awesome. Is this your first national you've been to? Have you been to others?
Yeah, no, it's my first national.
Really?
Yeah.
How's it kind of been for you so far? Taking
I've
it all
been
in?
here for 35 minutes, and I think I might be illegally parked at the Hilton, but it's great so far.
What's something you're hoping to accomplish? Is there any card you're looking for? Maybe some type, certain player you're looking for?
No, my biggest thing I want to do is actually do some grading stuff.
Oh, cool.
Do the PSA on site.
Yep.
Do the Beckett on site stuff. I think that's something I've never experienced. And
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any way to like see what they're doing or how they get through their process, but I think it's just fun to be knowledgeable about.
Oh,
items
definitely.
things, too.
And get it quick. You don't have to wait, 2 months or whatever if you're going the slow route. You just kind of get it through PSA or BGS, wherever you're going.
I bought a
and get it
couple
quick.
cases to sell and to see how that goes.
Nice.
Who knows?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming on. I mean,
Yes, thank you.
This is a well-awaited interview that we wanted to have. just-
Right?
just
We've
to
been
talk about the
waiting for
Black
this
Finite.
interview for months.
I know. It's kind of funny how much we all talk online in different places, and then you're just like, I know you as a person online, or I knew how you type or talk, but then you try to like put that to a face and a name. It's so much fun to like be
Oh, it
here
is.
with you guys and do this stuff. 'cause
Every year, you know, this is my 4th national. And every year, you know, I just meet so many people that I've known for a long
Yeah,
time,
right.
but I've never actually like met in person. So it's just it's surreal to put faces to names.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Especially in our community.
Oh,
But-
definitely. Well, yeah, we appreciate having you
Yes,
on.
thank
and,
you.
Always
Appreciate
appreciate
you
you
guys
being a
having
part
me
of the We the Hobby family and the We the Hobby community. You know, you always have a place here. So, I mean, are you staying all weekend?
oh yeah,
Okay, yeah. You
Oh, yeah.
come,
I'll
you
be in
come
and
by
out of
when
this
we're
booth
breaking.
and hanging out a lot.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be
Awesome.
around. We'll be breaking together tomorrow. So yeah, we appreciate you, Mr. Doc, the original owner of the
Real.
Jayden Daniels 1/1 Black Finite. So
Yep.
Doc, thank you.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thank you for having me here.
All right, we have another guest with us today. We have Laura Hoeksema with us here at the Nationals. And Laura got to experience something that not many people could say they experienced. She got to play and was selected for the Fanatics Games at Fanatics Fest last month. Walk me through that whole process. Sorry. How you doing? How you enjoying National?
The National's been fun. We just got here yesterday. It's been a blast so far. Just walking around, catching up with friends, and just getting to know more people in the hobby too. It's kind of fun.
Perfect. Okay, so now walk me through how that whole process went down. You had to submit a video.
Yes.
What was detailed with the video, and then talk to me about when you got the call.
Okay, so you had to submit a video on why you think you should be selected for the games. So I'm like, all right, I play golf and I can like shoot hoops, but like other than that, I am not that like athletic. So I'm like, we'll see how this video goes. So I ended up like throwing a football. I'm from Green Bay, so I ended up going to Lambeau and I threw a football.
That's cool.
Over the Vince Lombardi statue.
Okay.
So I featured that in my video, and then also I just hit some golf balls at a driving range, and then I just shot some hoops, and then put a video together, and they must have liked it because they. Michael Rubin actually personally called me.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he didn't call everyone because one of my girlfriends that was picked, she got an email. She received an email. So she was like, Laura, did you get the email? And I'm like, scrolling, and I'm like, no.
Nope.
And so I was just so upset. I was like, oh man, I really thought I was going to get picked. And then I received a FaceTime call, and I didn't answer it in time, so I'm like, I don't know who
Whatever.
this is.
Right.
Receive it again. I answer it, and Michael Rubin's on the other end. And he was like, hey, Laura, how's your day going? And I'm like, oh my gosh.
This isn't real.
I'm like, this is so wild.
That's
so
nuts.
I ended up just talking to him for a bit, and he's like, I just want to congratulate you on being, one of the 50 picked
so
for the
cool.
Fanatics Games. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't get that email yet, though.
That's awesome. Imagine getting a FaceTime from Michael Rubin.
No, I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine
It
it.
could not be me.
To let you know that you're about to play sports with all these professional athletes, I could not imagine. No.
So who are some of the professional athletes? I know Tom Brady. Who are some of the athletes, stars that were part of that game that you got to go against?
Okay, so I went on Friday, so I went on the first day, which was actually pretty awesome because I wanted to go right away. I didn't want to wait till the end.
And you're up on the leaderboard.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm on this leaderboard. When I went through the Fanatics Games, it was Tom Brady and Eli Manning followed me. So it was really awesome.
That's so
because
sick.
It was awesome. And I was able to watch them golf really close. It was right there. And then the punch-out game.
Yep.
Yep, the knockout game. I was also right there. Another cool experience because I was so close. And actually, Eli got robbed on that because when he hit it, he must have not made great contact because he scored like 450 or something, and I ended up scoring like 580 or something. So I beat him.
Right.
So
Dang, that's awesome.
Did you have like a lot of any cool conversations with any of the professional athletes at the time,
I
or
did
not really?
Just because by the time I was done with my rotation of the games, Eli and Tom were behind me. So it was pretty roped off where you really couldn't sit and talk to any of the athletes. But as Tom was passing, I still had my my jersey on that said Fanatics Game competitor. Yeah. So I was like, yo, Tom. And then he was like, so.
That's so cool.
I got a fist bump.
A little fist bump. I haven't washed his hands since.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something they should do every single year? Do you think that was such an amazing experience that should just continue on? Get more athletes, maybe kick it from 50 to 100 and just continue on?
I know that at the end of the Fanatics Games, Michael Rubin did talk about wanting to do it again next year and making it bigger and better.
Yeah, that's
so.
I love it.
My hopes is that they end up having more athletes, more regular people in it. I think that'd be an awesome experience.
What if they did a two-team game where it's a regular person and an athlete or something like that?
I like a two-person team where you're teamed up with somebody.
That'd be kind of cool.
I think that would be a really cool way
Right.
for them to run it next year for sure.
Now, this is going to go off on a tangent, but you said you're from Green Bay, so I assume Green Bay Packers fan through and through.
Yeah, I'm a Packers fan, Milwaukee Bucks fan, but then I'm also a Cubs fan.
Oh, wow.
So I don't do
Okay.
all.
We actually just had Justin Steele on.
Yeah, Steele was just on.
He was just in
wow.
that
Yep.
seat.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers over in Pittsburgh? Are you a fan or not really?
You know,
Still a fan of Aaron Rodgers, or is it?
I was never a fan of Aaron Rodgers.
really?
You want to know
This guy loves him.
what's wild about this is when we signed Jordan Love. So Rodgers was still playing. You know, Jordan Love had to sit and watch
Right.
for a few years. I ended up having a custom-made shirt, Packers shirt with love on the back.
Really?
Yes, and I still have it because it
That's
was
awesome.
his rookie year. So because I just I could not get an Aaron Rodgers jersey. He's a good quarterback, but his personality is just
Right.
a little
I
out there.
totally get that.
So I do like Jordan Love. He does a lot of really awesome things to our community, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Do the Packers go to the playoffs this year?
I think they will. I think our team looks good.
He's a big
Are you
Vikings
guys
fan.
a Vikings
I
fan?
am.
Yeah,
So-
you guys are based out of Minneapolis?
Yeah. What did
No,
you say?
we're in Rochester, New York.
Rochester.
We just like weird teams.
Yeah, we
I'm a
like.
Chargers fan. He's a Vikings fan.
Yeah, we just
I
like
did
weird
not know.
teams.
I thought you guys were out
no,
of Minnesota.
we're New York. We're all Buffalo.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Mainly
brutal.
Buffalo.
All right, I learned something
brutal.
new today.
No, I can't. So now that you've been to Fanatics Fest, now you're at Nationals.
gonna ask the
What are
same
some of
question.
I mean, I'm not gonna say do you prefer one over the other. Obviously, you're still taking everything in, but I guess what have you seen is kind of different. Obviously, this is very focused on the hobby.
Yes.
And how special is that? But what are some of the things you've noticed or that you've loved to see so far here?
So, Fanatics Fest was definitely more interactive. So you could be playing basketball, hockey, you could just be playing a bunch of games, and you didn't even have to be competing. You could just literally go play any of the games
Right.
if an athlete wasn't participating at the time. So that was really cool and fun because it gives you something different to do other than just walking around looking at cards. However, I do like coming to the National every year just because I look forward to walking around and looking at cards.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to see what people have, their cool hits, and just anything that I want to pick up for my own PC,
Oh, well, that's awesome.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much
talking
for that.
shop, and it's really cool just hearing about the Fanatics game. So that's awesome that you were selected, got to play against the best, and then you got that FaceTime from Michael
That
Rubin.
Michael-
That's
Are you going
sick.
to try and enter again for next year?
Will
Okay.
they let you?
So I am not 100% sure, but I also made my husband submit a video. So it was me and my husband. And when we went to check in for the games, they were like, hey, we also like your video too, to my husband. But
Oh,
they're
that's
like,
awesome.
we couldn't have both
Both?
of you
I
competing
understand that.
with a husband and wife. And I was like,
You guys are just one athletic crew over there.
right. And I was like, oh my. So my husband was like, you're telling me that I could be competing because he had done way better than me.
Right. Well, that's awesome.
So
Now needs to go face to face.
yeah. So next year I'm not going to apply solely on the fact that I hope he gets
Hope he
selected.
gets
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
that's
time.
fair. That would be awesome.
Yes. Are you guys going to be going next year?
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find
They
out.
should have us playing it. There were no. I think a couple breakers would have been perfect.
We were athletes at one point.
100%.
I was going
So I'm
to
saying
say,
I'm
yeah,
definitely not
what
the same
sport did you
athlete.
guys play?
Football, baseball.
Okay. All right.
And I golf now.
Oh, you golf. All right. Hey, that's 3 out of the 8.
Yeah, it's all
Right.
I hooped a little bit too.
I didn't do anything. I was a wrestler, so I'm bad at every sport except that.
All right.
So-
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah,
I probably won't get in.
Fine.
But Dante will be
We're
fine.
gonna
Dante
get in
will
next
be
year.
great.
I'm gonna call. Well, is Michael Rubin here?
We'll make some phone calls.
We need to. Yeah. We're gonna talk to him. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk to him. Put in a good word.
Yeah, I will. When I see him next, I'm going to say, hey, like Dante from WeTheHobby
We need it.
needs to be in
He's
those
got
games.
it in him.
He's got to be in
The
those
other guy,
games.
not so much.
I
But
think-
Dante's got it.
I think I could beat Brady.
There you
I think
go.
I could throw a football better than him.
That's crazy to say. That's a crazy thing to say
What
out
was
loud.
really wild about the experience, too, is I watched Joe Burrow throw for baseball.
Dude, yes. And he was throwing it into the dirt.
Right.
It was
and
everywhere.
He played. I watched the documentary on Netflix,
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Quarterback.
quarterbacks.
He played baseball. So I'm like, is he just that like
Yep.
rusty?
That's what
Who
I'm
knows?
saying.
Yeah.
I was like, I
Yep.
can do better than that, I
Right.
think.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I could do better, but I actually did terrible with the baseball.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
We'll
that's
appreciate you
hilarious.
having,
Yes,
having you
thank you
on,
so
Laura.
much for coming on.
And I mean, we'll be here all weekend. Feel free to stop by
All right, sounds
whenever.
good.
So yeah, thank you for coming on.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
All right, so we appreciate all of our guests coming on and sitting down with us at this year's National. Hopefully, we can double that number next year and bring on
definitely.
some more great guests with amazing stories. But I think those were some that we were able to kind of leave, some impacted, but some also like excited for things to come.
Right.
Like the Mantle interview was great. Wade brought in great insight on pocket mounts and the
Yep.
fact that, you know, NFTs taking a different approach on it and just his story and everything.
Yeah.
But no, some really cool stuff, and it was awesome meeting a lot of people at the National.
No, it was. I mean, this just shows like how far the hobby has come within these past couple of years, and how many people are really investing in it. I'm excited for the future. One last thing, sorry, off topic. 2028, it will be in Detroit. So I think it's in
will.
Chicago the
Yep,
next
yep,
couple of years, and then Detroit in 2028. So I'm
Yep.
super excited for that.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up.
No, definitely. Team Comrade or Team Jeremiah?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, Team Conrad.
Conrad.
That'll do it here on Buying the Hobby. Make sure to follow us on all podcast streaming platforms, Google, Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts. And follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You know, a lot of you on TikToks. Check us out all those streaming platforms. And we'll see you next week.
We move.